So for each and every person, if they have to manage search and, define access. Okay, one by one, okay. So that is a headache task. So I can define, for one is for your employee role. I'll put all the end to end. I can create a contractor role. Okay. And I can put it all the contract-related entitlement. I can simply create a vendor in the vendor role. I can create and put all the same for you. You know this here also, the role is also right. Right. For the access. Also, I can create a role and in this role I'll put all the building-related entitlement. So now, whenever any new person is going, let's say he got access. So simply can go and submit for the window and all the entitlement related to vendor. She will get access. Right. So it will be too much easier and we can segregate the rule based on your entitlement or based on your roles. So that is where in the real time right. 70% or 80% chances are they're right. People will be requesting, not for saying. And if I place a request for a role, I joined as a brainless, like manager. So manager related role, I'll request. And in that role it might contain 30% element and go for approval of manager and once my manager approve, then again it will go for you. All the owner of the application for the approval. And once they approve, I will have the system. So that is the purpose, okay. Rule. We use rule to segregate the duty and ease of access. So, rather than submitting single request for entitlement, I can request for multiple entitlement or different entitlement from different application. That is why those there. So now, with this role, we are no need to create any technical rules. No, see technical rule and rule. Both are different entity. How it works. Okay. Rule and technical rule. Thank you. So this is let's assume. Let's do it again. If this is your HR system right. Or HRMS you're talking about, and all your user is heading here. Let's say so. You joined this direction. Okay. Same company we're considering Xerox company was joined right. So what will happen? HR person sitting in the Xerox company. They will onboard you to their HRMS system. Your user got created here. Right. So when our import user, job will run right. Your user will get on board to access now. Are you saving right? You're saving right. So through which media it is getting imported? Your user import. Okay. So user imported is using through. It is getting on board to your. So in the user import. But I am in. It should check the rule of true. And I mentioned something like system user and should generate a system user name for you and everything I mentioned. So the moment it is being on board to your saving right. So she joined as a manager. Your HR system of flood. Then they mentioned that you only just measure you. Right, so in the target icon what we have. We have our AD as a target application. We have our database and we have our service now. Okay. So what will happen? Right, because you should get access to this all application, right? When the user is getting on board to save and write first, the picture will come right. It will be a technical rule. Okay. In the technical, I will say creative. So these write, there will be a field name. If, should the designation equal to manager right? She should get access a specific entitlement of AD, like say manager entitlement. And in the DB there is a like and the roles you should get, that is, your floor manager, and in the service. Now they have another building access entitlement. So she should get access to all these three, okay. Application of 1-1 entitlement. So in the technical I will mention right. If, should the designation equal manager. Okay. Submitting requests for, or create a home on AD and add access to a manager role and create account on DB and add access to this floor manager role. And in the service now and choosing this interview instead of doing all this drama simple. I can mention, okay, give access to enterprise role equal to manager to Swati. I'll mention, in the technical group. In the event itself. I'll mention if Swati designation equal to manager assign enterprise role equal to manager. So what is the backend in the manager role? We will have access to this entitlement and to this entitlement and to this entitlement. Okay. So now what happened? You get all the access to the 3 entitlement. Okay, and it will be so for you that Sudi is a part of this manager. So what is the coming to picture for technical role is coming into picture in the technical role. I'm mentioning okay. So this would get access to this application. Okay. If I go inside the VDI okay. So we stated, technical in the technical. In the technical right. We left. Remember we read it. See so that technical right. In this technical what we are going to do. I was mentioning the condition. If you let it, you will say okay. So it or he's to get access to database training CF account. I'm mentioning data was in CF, HR. I was giving access. I can add a simple another condition here. I can mention. Okay. And price rule. Okay. And I have to select what I have to give. Okay. So that because if I say here again I'm giving access to Active Directory to sit8 or activate demo, okay. I created a demo application. I'm interested to sit there. No, is it account access? I'm giving to her. Again, I will be mentioning here write the directory groups to give access. Okay. So what is the group name there? Okay. So let's say CC is equal to tunnel, or a lot of groups are there. I want to give us. So again I will give access to write. Just again, I'll write CN equal to OK. These two questions. So I have mentioned individually here, rather than doing that. What can do?